Well, hey man, this is weird, man. This is the strangest thing, man. I don't know why I'm thinking of this, man. But man, look at this calculator, man. This is what saved the world, man. The invention of the calculator, man. And, it changed things, man. But we came a long ways to get that far. You gotta just imagine, man. What did they do before this thing came along, man? Come on, ask yourself, man. How long did it take somebody to actually say, hey, man, look, man, when did they start putting two and two together, man? And who came up with that? Hey, man, 2 plus 2. How did they come up with that, man? How were they adding stuff? Who was the first one, man? What were they doing, man? And this went on for, everybody knows, for millions of years, man. Neanderthals, cavemen, Sasquatch, Yeti, all of them, man. They went through this same problem, man. And nobody could figure it out, man. They were all like, wow, man. They didn't have no numbering system, man. Everybody just gathered everything, man. There's tons of the stuff, so they didn't count it, man. And then one day this greedy dude, he was there, man, and he didn't even know he was counting, man. He just, picked one out. He didn't even think nothing of it. And he said, "That's all you're getting, man." And the guy looked at it, man. This one guy has a whole bunch of it, and he's like, "Wow, man, golly, you got a whole bunch, and you only give me one." And that's how I think. Adding and stuff started, man. This guy, he just blurted out one, man, because they didn't even have a word for it, man. It took years and years of development for that to happen, man. They had to learn about, that giving that one thing out, man, before they could actually, or whatever it was, that started the number thing, man, because they didn't have numbers, man. They didn't even know what time was, man, and we figured that out too, man. Watches and stuff, man. And that's another story. But this is about calculators, man. See this thing, man. Back when I was in school, man, they didn't have this thing, man. They had, just pencils and papers, man. And who invented pencils and papers and finally thought of, stop drawing them with charcoal and sticks and stuff. And who was the first one that actually, said, hey, man, let's use a stick and put it in the dirt, man. How long were they walking on Earth before they thought of that, man? After they started, counting and stuff, they could say it, but they couldn't do it, man. So they was like, man, there's got to be an easier way to do this shit, man. So they did. They got busy, man. Started putting work to it, man. And they got together, man. And they said, here, man, let's make something happen, man. And that's what they did, man. So they got this stick, that they've been tromping around in the woods for, man, thousands of years, man. Sticks hanging around, man. Forest fires, there's a stick, charcoal at the end. They could have picked that up, started writing on the walls with it, but they didn't, man. This stuff was laying there for thousands of years before they figured that out, man. They were stepping on it and beating each other with it, but they didn't know they could write with it, man. And then one day somebody come along and said, "Damn, what's this, man?" And he was thinking about adding some stuff up, man. Somebody said, "Hey, dude, let's just put 2 and 2 together." And he was like, "Man, what the fuck? How am I gonna do that, man? What is 2 and 2, man?" So he figured out what 2 and 2 was, man. He had to start with 1, man. He got that one, and it all started with that one dude that got that one thing, man. And it was him, man. He got that stick. He just happened to find a stick, man. And somebody said, hey, put 2 and 2 together. And he was trying to figure that shit out, man. So he got to work, man. And he did it, and he was successful. And it led up to the calculator, man. Whether it be in the dirt or whatever, man. Walls or whatever they wrote on. And then all throughout time it changed. Charcoal, pencils, pens, and then paper got better and stuff. And whatever. They invented that, man. It was weird. How'd that happen, man? How long did they write on walls and on the dirt before they found out they could turn these trees that they've been stomping through, turn them into paper, man? How'd that happen, man? Wow, that's weird, man. But that makes you think, man. Back in the day, man, you got caught with one of these, man, and when they were new, man, you got an ass whooping, man, and you couldn't use. I used this just to add 2 and 3, man, and that's how I rolled, man. I took this and I tried to become educated, and they took it away from me and gave me licks for using it, man. And then all of a sudden, turn around, you can't go nowhere without finding one of these days, man. It's just like everybody, man. They get something and they overabuse it, and they make it smaller, cheaper. Then look, it's cheap. You can find them anywhere now, man. I don't even need this one. I got one on my phone, man. So world's greatest invention, man, is soon be, gone, man. You have it in some other form, man. You can just pop up on a screen, man. There it is, man. What can you do, man? That's progress, man. We outgrew the calculator, man. We didn't outgrow it, but we made it efficient, man. All the way to the phone, man. It's push button now, man. You don't even have to use this goofy looking thing, man. Nerds use these, man, when they first came out. And then I used to jack, I was a nerd, and I jacked the nerds for this thing just to add, man. It's simple math, man. I ain't no genius, man, Everybody knows that, man. I ain't Einstein, man. Wow, man. But I can figure that out, man. But golly, man. If it was up to me, man, we'd still be using sticks. We don't need to be using sticks, man. I'd be doing other shit, man. 'Cause, I ain't got time to waste on improving stuff, man. But that's the way the world is, man. Improve it, make it cheaper, make it better, faster, Man, golly, man, we've come a long way since the sticks, man. That's all good, man. What can you do, man? It's education, man. If you stayed with the sticks and stuff, man, you'd be a freaking savage for the rest of your life, man. That's the way it is, man. But that's just weird, man. Wow, man, golly, man. They used to whoop me for this, man. They did, man, in school, man. They give me a beating for this, man. What can you do, man, at the time, man? I was just trying to learn, get my learn on, and I got snagged, and they took me in the office and gave me licks, so big deal, man. But anyways, it's cool, man. I'm not going to hold a grudge and go back and whoop some ass. But, redemption for me, man, I'm letting that one slide. Okay, here we go, man. Anyways, that's cool, man. But, we've come a long way since the sticks and writing on the walls and paper and all that. Wow, that's how long? We was trucking through trees for years, man. They didn't care, man. They didn't trees me. What's the big deal, man? Then one day someone chopped one down and just, the process. It was weird. How long did that take, man? Years, thousands of years, man. Anyways, who cares, man?